Landslide is defined as the movement of mass of rock, debris or earth down a slope. Landslides are a type of mass waves, which means that any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. There are several factors that cause the landslide, such as rainfall, glaciers melting, and earth movement. On 21st December 2020, the Tranong to Bukit Fraser Road in the Bukit Telaga had to be closed due to landslide. The landslide, which was occurred on 5:50 am in the morning, caused the road to be blocked for several days for the clearing works. 2 days before the incident occurred, a landslide and fallen trees occurred in the same area. The people still can use the alternative road, which is the road from Kuala Kubu Baru to the Fraser Hill. Fortunately, there are no deaths reported. The main factor that caused the landslide is due to the heavy rain that prolonged for 3 days. The excess of water in the soil can trigger landslides because it alters the pressure within the slope, which leads to the slope instability. Another factor is due to the falling of trees several days before the landslides happen. The tree root system can prevent landslides. In layers that can be anchored by roots, the soil shows greater stability as roots are able to absorb the forces. As for the incident happened at Fraser Hill, the strengthness of the soil that comes from the trees have reduced due to the fallen trees. As a result, after 3 days, landslide occurred. As the impact at Fraser Hills, the user of the main road to the Fraser Hill need to use an alternative road which consume longer time to reach the destination. This is because the main road has been blocked by the huge rocks from the landslide. Another impact is landslide can pollute the streams and water bodies due to excess sediment. In severe cases, the landslides can block the streams and rivers, which will impact the water quality and habitat of the aquatic life. Landslide also can destroy the habitat in the jungle. As the trees has fallen, the animal species such as monkeys and wild animals will lose their home. I can suggest that the authorities build strong barriers at the potentially landslide areas so that it will prevent severe casualties to happen. The authorities also need to plant trees to anchor the soil so that the probability for the landslide to occur will be reduced. Other than that, a proper drainage needs to be built so that the excess of water can flow smoothly during heavy rain. The slope along the Alaskan Fjord has seen falling slowly. From 1954 to 2006, the glacier was thinned by less than a meter per year, but it fell more rapidly after 2006 by about 40 meters per year. The climate change is the main factors that cause the landslides since the glaciers are melting over time. The landslide occur along the Alaskan Fjord will lead to tsunami. This is because the scientists are worried about a huge glacier rock melt out of sudden. The impact of tsunami will bring a tremendous nightmare such as mass death and change of ecosystem. I can suggest that people around the world need to have a strong awareness about global warming and climate change. This is because the climate change due to global warming can cause not only landslide but a lot more severe disasters such as tsunami and mass forest fires. The authorities such as United Nations need to encourage every countries around the world to advocate awareness campaign. On 4 June 2020, several houses were washed away when a large piece of land was suddenly swept into the sea in a landslide in Norway. Over a half kilometer in width and 160 meters deep of land has swept away 8 properties inside it on Wednesday afternoon. The accident only happened a few minutes and a lot of casualties happened. Fortunately, no one is known to be injured. The factor that contributed to the landslide is the powerful earth movement in Norway. The earth movement will crack the strength of the soil and will lead to the landslide. The impact of the landslide accident in Norway is some of the residents have lost their properties because their house swept away by the landslide into the sea. The residents also have lost their source of income for a few days due to the evacuation process. My recommendation in order to solve the issues is to build natural disaster warning alarm so that the residents can be prepared for the upcoming disaster and be prepared to be evacuated. The authorities need to hire a professional meteorologist so that the weather can be forecast efficiently.